Hello there, I am Izzy Noodles and it's time to start another new walkthrough. This is the Old Spire. It's pretty tough and slightly obscure, but despite its flaws I still think it's very clever. So let's begin. A whispering, meet me on top of the spire. Okay, so immediately we can see a keyhole, a spike trap and a trapdoor, so we got some stuff going on there. We know we need a key. If I come to the left, we can grab these shotgun shells here. There we go, she wouldn't draw the weapons. Okay, shoot that and we can grab some flares. So if I come around this way, you'll see this area loops around. So if I continue to the right, that will lead me back to where I started. And be very careful in this area, there's lots of spikes on the ground. Grab these flares. And then just make sure you're not going to land on the spikes. Just hop over. And make your way through to here. There's some bats, so just get rid of them. Okay, and then we need to move these blocks. There's a hidden passage down here. So we just got to move this one and then get behind to move the next one. Whoop. Push. There we go. So because I'm going to come through here a few times, I'm going to push this block back up against the wall just to keep it out of the way. Okay, so then come on in. Ooh, what's occurring? Down the ladder. Dang it. Okay, and right here we have an important item. This is a crowbar. If we continue around just a little further, there will be a medpack. Okay, so now we can go ahead and start doing some stuff now we've got that crowbar. So just make your way back out of here again. Okay, so now we're going to start climbing up, so you'll have to come this way to make your way up. You don't necessarily have to. You see ahead of me there's some spikes. Once those are down, which is just for a brief moment, you can jump onto that gap to get up here, but otherwise you will have to go around like I just did. So I'm going to kind of just take you on a guided tour. You know, I like to do that. So we've got this cross gravestone here. That's going to be very important in a little bit. If I continue round, we can grab a medpack. And continuing further around, I'm going to pass a keyhole to the right just there. So again, we'll need another key. Oh, hold up. These blend in very well. There are some flares just here. I knew there was something here, but I was kind of looking for them. Okay, and I'm back. So that's the spike trap at the end. And you see this lever here? This lowers this trapdoor, but there is absolutely no need to do that at all. So we'll just leave it be. So continuing on up. Okay, so there was another door you just saw there. We need another key for that, but at the end here we can use the crowbar on this door. Okay, and inside is a Lasersight. Coming into this middle passage here, there is this lever, and be prepared. That opens a trapdoor behind me up on the ceiling, and this guy falls out. So you can shoot the zombie things. Oh, come on. He's beating me up something fierce today. Okay. So the trapdoor opened when we pulled that lever, but it is too high. So once we come into this passage, just shoot this, and we have some shotgun shells, and then we can pull out this block. This is going to help us reach that hatch. Okay, and then just climb on up. And we have a weapon here. This is the revolver weapon, but it's actually called a Walther 9mm. But it is just like the revolver. So we have just received a laser sight and a revolver. That is a sign. So head straight back down to the very bottom. We're going to be finding something to shoot. So here, just be careful of the spike trap. That's the best way to get down. Just hit that slope. And following this very suspicious chain, we can see in the window gap there's a hidden bell. We can shoot the bell. This is what we're looking for. So don't get mixed up. There is a big old bell over here. This is very misleading. So not that bell, this bell. So let's combine the laser sight with the Walther 9mm and equip. Hokey pokey. So what that did was remove these spikes. So we now have access to this lever. This is a timed lever, and it opens the gate across the way just there. And once we've done in that room, the spikes actually come back. So as I was saying, this is the only opportunity you'll have to just use this shortcut into the higher level. Otherwise you'll have to go all the way around into the room where I moved the blocks. So it's not tricky. You could potentially make a mistake and land wrong on the slope. Okay, we did it. So you have to jump off that slope a little prompt, otherwise you'll overshoot. So inside is a golden key. And you may have already noticed a wall torch when I was pointing at the gate. We have a second one here. It's always good to bear these things in mind. If you see them, make a note of them, remember them. Okay, so once we have the golden key, we're going to grab another key. We may as well, while we're just here. There's this pit down here. I failed to mention, whoops, that's normal, that happens, you just don't grab the ladder. I just forgot. I fall for it every time. Let's equip the pistols. Demons here. So just shoot them little guys. And what I was going to say is this is not going to be a no-meds walkthrough. There's just too many tough moments and some fall damage anyway, so it just won't be possible. But back to this, so we can see this weird looking head. We've got a key and this funny looking head just here. So this is a wraith. The moment we pick up this copper key, we will be chased by the wraith. So a lot of builders don't let you see the wraith before it's active, but some builders just put it in sight anyway. A lot of builders manage to hide it so you don't know it's coming. But we will be chased by a wraith, and that's why I pointed out that cross gravestone on the level above. I don't know why I saved. I didn't really need to. Whoops, what am I doing? Wrong way. So I despise ladders and things you need to climb when you're being chased by a wraith. I find it a little harsh. Like you're trying to escape, but you want to go faster. Okay, so we're heading on up, so we'll have to come this way round. It's just easier to head straight forward anyway, rather than trying to jump up that gap. Because the spikes have returned anyway, so you can't even jump up that quick gap. There we go. So if you didn't grab them items as well, has the wraith found that? Yeah, there we go. That you can now loot around and grab the this Medpack and the flares if you didn't already. So I now have 2 keys in my possession. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the golden key, the first key I picked up, and come up the stairs. And this can be used here. So I know I just had a save. I don't know why I saved just there, but this is the spot where you really do want to save. Okay, so in front of me there's a spike trap. It's not yet active. What's going to happen is a boulder is going to start coming down just there. And then you have to get through the spikes to get out of the boulder's path. So once that's all done, the spikes are, again, not active. So it's a clever one, that one. I like it. So just shoot that fence and come on into here. The haunted harp. Okay. So we have a tile with fire on it just there, and there's actually a key on that. We can just go ahead and pull this lever to turn off that flame. It's not timed. And we can grab the rusty key. Okay, so now, oh, if you approach the bookshelf as well, books of summoning and conjuring. We know what the books are. I like them little notes. There's not many. So now we have the rusty key from the room, and we are all done here. So next, I'm having another moment. Yes, sorry, all the way back down. I knew I was going all the way back down, but I forgot what for. Oh my goodness. This happens every time I try and record. Like, I get it, I know what I'm doing, and then nope, not for the recording, you don't. So I'm trying to find the trap door where I started. I kind of took the long way round, but it's fine. So this is where the copper key is being used. So that deactivates those spikes, and we can open the trapdoor here now. So this I don't need to do yet, actually, but I'm going to set myself up with a torch for later. So I emphasize you don't need to do this yet, but at least then it will be done. So in the corner there's some Uzi clips, and I mentioned a torch. Here's the torches. So there is a room just up here. It's got the floorboards that you throw a lit torch onto. So that's the ultimate goal with the torch, but that's not actually for yet. So I'm going to throw the torch into the water just there. You might be wondering, why on earth did I do that? Well, this area is going to be drained. So we need to get the torch out of this section. And this looks like labyrinth, but it's pretty much not. You might take a wrong turn, but you realise pretty quick there's another path, and let's choose that path. So it seems a bit confusing, but you don't get lost easily if you see what I mean. So all the way around, pull this lever. That has drained all the water, so now let's go and get the torch. So to get down without taking so much damage, I tend to just grab and then let go of grab to do the fake grab, and you'll just slide into here, minimizing your damage on the way down. So now, do you remember where your torch is? Do you know the way back? Dang it, Laura. There we go. And the torch is... where is the torch? Is it me? My torch. Where is my torch? I believe I can't get out of here to grab another torch. No, I can't. I'd have to go all the way back around. Well then, I don't know where it is, but luckily there's extra torches. So I'll show you the path out of here, but then I'll have to loop back around. So pretending I have the torch, we'll do it like that, and then I'll just rush through and come back to grab a torch. So you're bringing the torch, pretend you're holding a torch. Because this is the way you'd go anyway. I need to get out of here. Okay. So through here. So you want to drop your torch down so that you can pull this lever, and that opens the gate at the top of that slope. And there is a medpack right here as well. So pick your torch back up. Okay, this is the room where I moved the blocks. So we've looped around. And by this wall torch here, this is where I would leave my torch, so I knew where it was. So you don't need to do that yet, as I emphasize, but I always like to be prepared. So now let me actually go get the torch. Okay, there we go, job's a good one. Right, so after the torch, I'm going to use the rusty key. So, I need to start climbing up. I need to go the other way. So, to climb up, don't forget you're heading through the room with the boxes and around this way. So keep on going and loop around. So you could have taken like the left turn. I took the right just because I keep seeming to come to the right, so it's fine, whatever way. Whichever way floats your boat. So here is where we're going to use the rusty key. So continuing on up. Keep on going. Okay, and that trapdoor will shut behind you. That is fine. You don't need to... We will be going back down a little bit later, but we don't need to yet. Just keep heading up. So, we can hang from this ledge, and then we can get into a gap to pull a lever. So let's go ahead and just shimmy. So you'll have to crouch to get into this gap. Pull the lever, and that's activated a flame, as you can clearly see. It's also activated a trapdoor just there. So that's going to keep on lowering. It was just down constantly, but that's for just a moment. So firstly, shoot that and get these rocks. And now we're going to climb up just again to the level above so we can grab that jump switch. Apologies, the traffic is very noisy outside today. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay. Okay, and next, grab the jump switch. So, we heard a big bell dinging. That harasses these bats, so deal with them. And what that did is give us a rope out of the bell just there. And as we look up, we are going to be doing a lot of climbing. So let's begin. So back up here, yet again. Oh, one that got away. Okay. Okay, so these jumps throughout this can be quite precarious, so you might want to keep saving. I absolutely will. So for this trapdoor, time it the moment it drops, then climb up. If you're able to figure out when it's, before it drops, that's even better. But it's not easy to judge. Okay, I managed pretty good. And then you'll have to do the half tile jump to grab the rope just there. Okay, and next up this ladder. Hop on back, we'll land on this. And then you'll want to be quite high on the slope, not all the way to the right hand side, but what we're going to do, you see the burner just there? We're going to hit the slope above the burner and then we can grab the ladder. This is another moment where you're going to want to save. This can be a tough jump. Okay, when you are ready, it's best to try and hit the very bottom of that slope. So it's not easy, you have to veer and angle. And then veer again when you come off the slope to be able to grab the ladder. So coming all the way around the corner of this ladder, you want Lara's hands on the 4th rung from the top. So just one more. So yeah, okay. And then hop back, you'll hit the slope, so veer to the right, otherwise you'll hit that wall. Okay, so here we have another tricky jump to get an important item we'll be needing. And for me that warrants another save. So you want to hit the slope quite close to the wall so that you can veer around and hit the other slope just in the corner, right near me, just here. Okay, so let yourself slide and grab the edge, come all the way up to the wall, and then just flip back into the gap. So you'll have to be at the wall to make it into here. And we have a sack. So this can be combined with the rocks. Now, to get out of here, in the guide it says to save going all the way back around. You can just go ahead and jump out. The jumps were not clear in the guide. I don't know how to make the jumps to get out, and I've tried various different ways, and I just can't make the jump. I just find it too tough. Unless it means jump right to there. Now I'm looking. This is one I didn't try. Like the one jump I didn't try. Doable. Now I'm determined to do that. Okay. I actually did it. That is the only jump I did not try. I was hitting all the slopes and trying to turn and veer and whatever. But yeah, otherwise you can just grab the slope ahead of me right next to the wall, so in the corner, and then drop down to the level below. You'll not take damage, and you'll just have to make them precarious jumps again. All these jumps are very precarious. This is one thing that puts me off this game, but a lot of it is just very clever, so I'll let it off. So heading over to here now, you'll need to do a hop back to go into a running jump, but don't do the running jump, because this slope that's on the wall that we're going to be jumping onto, it's in a funny place. If you do a running jump, you shoot too far and then can't get off the slope to get onto that flat section across the way. And a standing jump, you'll not make it. So do the half tile walking jump, and you'll jump to here, easy peasy. So now over here, just move out this box for a shotgun. Okay, so just right behind it, and then we can pick it up. And what we're going to do next, we can now combine the rocks with the sack to get a heavy sack, and that can be used right here. Okay, awesome stuff. So what that did was open the hatch above this ladder to allow us to climb on up to the next level. I mean tier level, not game level, and that's what I mean. We're reaching the next story of the building. Am I making sense? Okie dokie, here we go. So this is where I will leave this for today. We have some amazing Tomb Raider Underworld ambient music, so that's a nice choice. And so next time we will continue with some block pushing mayhem. Oh yes, oh yes. So I hope to see you there. Take it easy, guys and girls.